Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Welcome to the UNSC base. My name is Jonnymoon, and this is Halo Chat. Now, I don't know where he is, but I know that guy's around here somewhere. Oh,
Sorry, my translator. Hi.
are you here for Halo
How
Chat?
about that? I am here for Halo chat. I love Halo and I love all things Halo and Master Chief and demons.
And Demons is right. Whoa!
You look a lot
I
like
didn't
him.
want to scream
How
too loud,
about
but
that
woo!
latest how about that latest episode of Halo available now on Paramount Plus?
Is that why you're here? To talk about the latest and greatest Halo on Paramount Plus?
Yeah, what do you think I'm here for?
Okay, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell by what
Not
you
a sponsor.
Not a sponsor at all, man. Damn. It's hard out here for an elite. Anywho,
Yeah. I
yeah,
gotta
so
sell feet pics online. Very lucrative.
oh, that's gonna be
You
that's gonna
wouldn't
hit.
think that a lot of people were looking for Sangheili feet pics, but it's
listen,
all over
listen,
the place.
listen. That's gonna hit. Anyways, yeah, so we saw the first episode of the new Halo, and my God, it's everything.
Yes,
It's
oh my
everything that I
God.
wanted. It's everything I
It's
wanted,
everything.
like right off the bat.
It's everything I wanted and more. Like I was really not expecting it to be as good as it is, but I know I know. Should we just talk about the things that we liked and then we'll talk about the things that people are going to hate?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fair. We could, yeah, certainly.
Okay. Well, first 10 minutes. I had to watch it in like little snippets, and I watched the first 10 minutes first, obviously, and
Right.
it was so good. Just everything
Yeah.
that they're
Oh,
setting
yeah.
up so far, like they're really setting
Right.
up the UNSC as like villains. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
like
and
monsters. Right.
and they are objectively
Right.
they are. Like you play the UNSC, you're fighting for the UNSC all throughout Halo. In every single game you're
Uh-huh.
playing, you're playing and you're fighting for the UNSC against the Covenant. But like
Yeah.
before Halo and during Halo, they were bad people. They were
Right.
like really,
Yeah.
really bad people. Which
Poor
I really think the
management?
show is like poor management. Yeah. And like I really think that the show is like super setting that up. Like the UNSC
Oh, yeah.
itself is like part of the enemy,
Yeah.
which is really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I
not
love
the
that.
main enemy.
And I mean, right now, the way that it kind of, I don't know, the way that it's feeling right now with the tone of the series of this, I guess this is the first episode. They really are laying it on thick. But man,
Thick like
Man,
molasses,
I
or
don't
as we
think- I
say on Sanghelios, grunt juice.
oh, I thought you were gonna speak to me in Sanhelion. Is that the word?
Oh, do you want the literal translation?
I would love the actual translation, please.
Yeah, on Sanghelios we call it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Wow, it's such a beautiful language.
Have you heard of that?
My God.
Yeah, you should hear my
I
wife
read
speak
about
it.
Oh no. Oh, okay.
You can read Sanghelios?
Maybe. There's a. If the laptop's
I dabble.
I dabble. But yeah, no. We were like, I mean, you were watching it in bits and pieces, and I had watched it, I guess, pretty much the whole way through. And obviously stopping to text you and tell you that I was screaming.
Literally.
Wow,
like,
wow,
oh
there was
my
a lot
God.
of screaming.
I
The action was
lost
really
my
good.
mind. It
Yeah.
was so good. The first time
Yeah.
I was not.
And it was
Oh,
violent.
by the way, if you can't tell already, full spoilers.
It was so, man, it was so violent. I wasn't like I literally was like, holy shit, you know, like I just kept screaming. Like I don't know.
It was like-
I guess because I don't know. I was not expecting it to be as violent as it was
No.
for a Halo show on Paramount Plus.
No. And then did you notice that the warnings? I'm pretty sure the warning just said violence and like coarse
Dude,
language
that's-
or something.
Bro, that wasn't just violence.
That
that
was
was-
really. That was like the first time you
that was-
you watch District 9. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh,
And like
yes.
everybody's like exploding
that's
all
a
over
good.
the place, and you're like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah, that was really bro. Yeah. So
It's
yeah,
like,
so that
it's
was
Gears
like
of War out there. It's crazy.
yeah, that was like the first jarring. I don't know. That hooked me right away. There was barely any storytelling in the very beginning. You were kind of just following, just like some people, and then all of a sudden, people were getting literally blasted, and like
No.
that drew me in right away. Right away.
drew me right in. No, but like
drew me right in.
you say that like there wasn't story, but there was like they did a really good job setting up the exposition of exactly
Yes.
what's going on.
Yeah.
Because in the
You're
beginning, there's like the broadcast or whatever where it's talking about what's going on, and like that you're looking at resistance fighters, and you know that they do not like the UNSC. Like they're completely against the UNSC, and the UNSC to them are very bad people.
That's what I'm talking about. Laying it on thick from the very get-go.
The family Madrigal, the planet Madrigal, with all of its drug flowers.
That had thrown me off a little bit because obviously I love Encanto, and so
we all love Encanto. Would you like to hear one of the songs in Sanghelian?
Yeah, please. I was hoping you would sing it. That was really good, man.
But they did a really good job on setting up the universe and like what we're expecting, I think. And then the whole Spartans being like part of the evil organization to the point where what's his name? Jin Ha, I think. Is it Jin Ha, the leader of the resistance?
I'm terrible with names, so
but the resistance leader shot at Master Chief when Master Chief came jumping down. Because given the choice between the elite that has murdered half of his people already and the Master Chief, he shot at the Master Chief before he realized that the Master Chief was fighting, because he fully believed that the Spartans were there to kill them.
Literally, yeah. Well, that's what they had experienced, been being told, and but I wanted to get back to a point really quick that you were starting off to say is about like, let's address what people are gonna like straight up not like about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? The like so this is what I was this is kind of what I was thinking about. If you're going into watching Halo and you're watching it with the mindset of like how you experienced it in most likely like playing the game, you're going to be upset probably from beginning to end, because you're going to be chasing that video game, that style of game, of like that visual style. They're going to be chasing that like feeling of playing, of being the Master Chief, and it's just not that. It's like you just have to accept that it's the lore of Halo being told in a different way, and on a different platform. Like literally, if you don't accept that, it's going to be very difficult to swallow the rest of the series.
Yeah, it's like fan fiction. It's not even like the lore of Halo. It's like it's a loose universe as far as I'm concerned at this point. After seeing the first episode, I'm in the mindset that it is a loose universe based on Halo. With similar characters, similar enemies, similar like environment or whatever,
but not exactly,
but like,
not exactly to the T.
Right. Yeah. And we will probably see a Halo ring at some point. Like that'll probably be part of it, but like that is not going to be like the main. And I doubt very highly that the Flood will be involved at all. Like I think it's going to be it's going to be a human story.
Yeah.
Mostly, in John trying to find himself as like discovering that he's been kidnapped, and like he's been lied to his entire life, and like what that means for him and what that means for his other Spartans and like everybody he knows. And it's not even going to be like fighting the Covenant necessarily.
And I think he will. There will be plenty of fighting. Trust me. I have no doubt that there's going to be plenty. What they showed in the beginning, bro. These elites' heads getting blown off. Like there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to be. You didn't see that?
I think it's censored for us.
What?
In Sanghelios.
Oh. You just confused the shit out of me.
Yeah, because I'm an
um,
elite.
but no. Like, you're gonna get your fill of action. But now, what you were saying, that they're gonna most likely be telling this story of like Chief getting these clips of his previous life. Now, I didn't read all of the Halo. I didn't read all the Halo books or any of that, and I played all the games. Now, I can't recall there being too much of a deep dive into like the childhood of a Spartan. You know what I mean?
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Maybe in some animes or maybe in some cartoons, some short storytelling, but like that I'm really that's something that I've always been really interested in, because that's a dark
Yeah.
ass story of
Yeah.
Halsey and the Spartan program, and
Yeah.
just what they had to do to these children. So the fact that we're getting a glimpse of that already is very exciting storytelling wise, as a Halo fan.
Yeah. Yeah. I've read like two, I think, novels, including
Two of
Reach,
the
which
books
is,
of
as
the
far as
novels, yeah.
yeah, and Reach is like the only one that I care about, because Reach is the one that does exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about, where it talks about
Right.
what they did, and they
Right.
went into people's houses, they went in, they cloned their children with
Yeah.
like faulty clones that would die
Right.
soon
Right.
with of like cancer or whatever thing,
Yeah, and then they would
and
just brush it off
took
as
them.
natural death. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And I don't think in the novel, I can't really remember 100%, but I don't think in the novel they like erased his memory, which is clearly happening here. Like, he didn't remember
Ye-
anything, and he had been completely
Right.
brainwashed to the point where they were very concerned when they couldn't figure out exactly what he was doing. That whenever
Yeah.
he like went off of their path of orders, like, they were completely ready to
Real
absolutely just kill
concerned.
him, because
Yeah.
he is just a robot to them, and that's probably all
Yeah.
he's been.
Right.
Um,
And see, just before we continue at that point, him being a robot and just kind of like being about the mission and being like straight up, just a fucking killer, if I can, say that. Bleep that out if you want. Um, just being a killer, dude. Like, the chief we know is like mission oriented, just a savage character that just is so hyper fixated on the mission. And man, oh man, did I love that we were getting this like human side of Chief.
Mhm.
Something I have never thought I wanted, something I never
Mhm.
thought, but man, I just loved this. Like, he's if you've played the games and you follow him all your, most of your life, if you've played these games with him, you don't get this like deep connection with him, other than you believe in what he's doing because you're so, interested in the storytelling and all that. But I just really love that we just got like they cracked the shell just so slightly. He even said a joke. Like,
I know that
I was
blew my mind.
I wasn't
That blew
expecting
my
him to say a
mind.
joke, and I loved it. My God, I loved it.
I loved it, but like that's another thing that people are probably going to like not like he's
Yeah.
different than he is in the game. Although they did, like, I mean, they've always touched on his like underlying humanity. Like, he's a robot,
Yeah.
pretty much
Right,
throughout the
right.
games, because all you're doing is going from
Right.
point A to point B, doing your objective. But there
Mhm.
are points in the game where like you see his humanity, like when he fights to save Cortana when they want him to kill him,
Right.
like
Right.
in the games, even he has his doubts, and he's not 100% following orders,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but you don't
for the
get
most
that.
part,
You don't
he
get
is.
that until late in these games. You don't get
Yeah.
a peek at his humanity and doubt, and it's so nice. And I think it's actually good to like address it early on, before we even get to Halo, and before we even
Mhm.
get to some of the bigger things that he could possibly deal with that's in the lore. Because you're right, like, just because it's the game and the lore, it's like a loose retelling, or it's a loose storytelling of maybe a different version of Master Chief and the UNSC and the elites and the Covenant and all that. But same ice cream, different flavor, if you will.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
man, I just loved that they made him so human so fast.
Yeah.
And people were gonna have a
Another
big
thing,
problem
another
with that. well, you go ahead with your thought.
Oh well, talking about things that are different, that are like really gonna irk people.
Yeah.
He took off his helmet, and his voice
Yeah,
is
that's
different.
literally
I hear
where
a
I was
lot of
going.
complaints. I hear
Yeah.
so many complaints. Like everything that I've heard from Halo fanboys that are just
Right.
like they like don't want to see
Yeah.
any
Well,
content that they didn't think of in their brain. You know what I mean?
right. Well,
Like
it's not even thinking of in their brain. It's just like this is decades of following decades. How long has Halo been out? 10, 15 years? 20 years?
it's longer than we'd care to admit. Yeah, probably. It's not
Wow,
20
really?
years.
Okay, so
But it's
okay,
it's at
15?
least 10. It's at least 10.
Okay.
It's probably 15, yeah.
Well, you've had the same voice for a decade at least. I understand it's difficult to hear someone else's voice. I understand,
Yep.
trust me. I was not ready for it either, but you have to understand there are people that are going to be watching this on Paramount Plus who have zero clue what Halo is, and
Mm.
in the game there's not really there's really no reason for him to remove his helmet. We're going mission to mission. We're usually in space, so he can't take it off. You know what I mean? There's not really an appropriate moment for him to remove his helmet. But if you're just a casual viewer who has no idea what Halo is, you just turned it on, watched the first episode, you've seen this guy who's only worn his helmet the entire episode, like, you're gonna have a very hard time connecting with this character if you don't see him. Or, and if
No,
you
yeah.
don't give him a voice, that voice is pretty robotic in the game, right? And so I think
Yeah.
I think it might have translated just fine in the show, but I think for the sake
Yeah.
of people who don't know what Halo is, you needed to have that human character come through the armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's really good that they removed his helmet the first episode, and it wasn't like
Yeah.
kind of like
Like
you're
a
building
big
up this
reveal.
idea that he never wear, like
Yeah.
kind of like the Mandalorian. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the
right.
Mandalorian
You know
never
what's
takes it,
funny?
and then you see his face, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, but see, like, people who don't know Halo, like, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, oh, it's that guy, maybe from, oh, I remember that actor. He was in Orange Is the New Black. You know, like, that's what people
he?
might. He was one of the officers, one of the correctional officers. I love that guy.
Oh.
I love this actor. He's really good. Yeah,
I had no
I'm pretty
idea.
sure he was in
Okay.
that, but yeah. No, he was really good.
We
Orange Is the-
don't fact check on Sang Helios. We don't have Orange Is the New Black. Would you like to know the name of the show that we do have?
Yeah, what is that?
It's really funny. It's dramatic, but it's really, really funny.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look
Mhm.
for that. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, but you probably need a VPN. You have to be from
Okay.
Sang Helios. But that's another like in the show, they made it
Mhm.
super clear that it was like it raised every single alarm that he took off his helmet.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
had
Right.
probably never taken off his helmet, not being strictly told to take off his helmet since he'd
Right.
been in the armor.
Yeah.
Like,
there
they
was
were like,
literally like red
"What is
alert
going on?"
for his helmet to come off.
Yeah. It was they
Yeah,
were,
it
like
was-
they were
oh,
going
it-
to kill him. They were going to kill him.
But see,
Without
that
even thinking about it.
for a Halo fan, you understand why that's such a big deal. You understand because he never took his helmet off. I guess that maybe that was just like a little what do you call it? Like an homage to the people who didn't want the helmet to come off. It was kind of like, we get it. It's a big deal that the helmet's coming off, and in the show we're gonna freaking kill him because of it.
You know what would bother me a little bit though is if he never put
What's
his
that?
helmet back on. Could you imagine?
Okay, so after he took it off and they were scrambling around in the Pelican, right? Was that what they were in?
Well,
After
I
they
think
were
they called it
scrambling
something
around-
else. Like it was probably like a
well-
long range pelican or something. They called it like a
Yeah.
Vulcan or something
Oh,
other
yeah.
than a pelican.
But like
Yeah.
after he took it off and they were scrambling around in there, I was like, after a few minutes, I was like, wait, where the hell's his helmet? I literally was like
Yeah.
looking on the shelves. I was like, where is it? Where'd it go?
Yeah, I mean,
That's an
probably
important
he's got
thing
a
to have,
little,
buddy.
He's got a little place. Yeah, he's got a little place for
Oh,
it.
he's got a little helmet spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course he does.
And
No,
we'll
they didn't
we'll
build it
make
in the
sure-
ship because they never takes it off.
Yeah, here on Halo Chat, we're gonna make sure to fact check every single thing we say.
Not one thing is going to be fact checked. If
Not one
we
thing
called
is gonna be
what's his
fact
name,
checked, so
I already forgot the guy's name
yeah,
that I said that it was. But if that's not his name,
it's only gonna get better. We're gonna sharpen the energy sword. you know, we're gonna it's just gonna get fine-tuned.
Yeah, right. It's like we're really gonna spruce up the place.
Halo chat.
Well, that's a good theme song.
On Halo chat. Oh, Halo is Halo chat. Halo.
Beautiful.
Let me just finish.
That's really good.
Oh yeah. So sick.
Oh, man, what was I going to talk about? There also as far as changes go, the human girl in the Covenant headquarters. I wonder what her deal is.
Again, that threw me for a loop. I don't remember anything having to do with humans and
no.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So I'm excited for that. I didn't have a problem with that at all either.
I don't have a problem with it because again, I'm setting an expectation that I'm not this is a new thing. This is completely new and it has nothing to do with it.
So new. So that's probably why you and I in particular are excited because we are Halo fanboys, but
I don't care.
I'm just excited for something new, for something that I didn't expect. And damn it, I didn't expect the fucking human to be there. Literally did not.
I don't want
you had me, Paramount.
You had me, Paramount. Literally nobody has ever said that in the history of Paramount. So good for you in making content that people care about. Great job.
On Halo chat.
Stupid. But
don't worry, I'll make it for realsies.
Oh, the theme song?
Yeah, I'm gonna make it for realsies.
Nice. Love it.
You hear that, Halo chat?
As we say, we're gonna spruce it up. But I was talking to more like the first 10 minutes. And I texted you so many times, but I involuntarily just like this.
Just like
you know?
Yeah, just
like
come on,
just 100% fist pumping the first time that the freaking Pelican came in and the Master Chief jumped out. Completely involuntary. Completely involuntary.
Oh, dude.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It could be any Halo content. It could be any Halo content.
I don't know what it is about Spartans dropping out of the sky, man.
Oh my god. So there's a little bit of wonkiness in it. You know what was weird? The Spartans looked so pretty bad in every single scene that they were CGI'd.
Right.
Like they didn't look very good. But the freaking saying the elites and the prophet
they looked awesome.
Because they spent all the money on the elites and the prophets.
Right. I was literally mesmerized when they did the close up of the prophet. I seriously I've said it to a few people and I don't mean this with any disrespect, Paramount, but damn, you guys nailed it with these aliens. I was so.
Why would that be disrespectful to Paramount?
I don't know, because I don't know I don't know if they got it like that, bro. I don't know.
I don't mean you any disrespect, Paramount.
I don't mean
but
any
your
disrespect,
CGI
Paramount,
is really good. And here's another
it was so good. Here's another compliment. On Halo chat.
And then the other time that I it was really because I was worried. I was really worried about his team, because I thought the second that I saw them coming out, I thought that they were going to be brainwashed, 100% brainwashed, and they were just going to try to kill Master Chief, and that was going to be part of setting the story that the Spartans are completely brainwashed. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the second that they're you want us to fire Halsey. Yeah, we're all assuming that you've seen the episode. That's why we're not really giving any exposition to what we're talking about.
Full spoilers. We're just talking straight out.
Halsey's if anybody looks like they're going to harm John, which they fully intended to, you stop them. And they're like, you want us to fire on friendlies, ma'am? And then the big one,
man.
God, the big one.
He just
I don't even. His name is Riz or something.
Friendlies. He's like, you mean fire on friendlies too, right? And she said, I don't even think she said yes. I think she just said something vague, do whatever you got to do.
No, he's
she might have just said yes.
I think he was he said, if they're firing, if they're after Chief, they're not friendlies. Well, that guy should be Master Chief. That guy was really cool.
hey, that guy gets it. He gets it.
But I'm telling you, chills. I was like, I was like, Yes.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah,
so
I was
ready
no, I
for
was
it.
doing the same thing. But no, do you remember the scene with the elite uh invasion where the one elite got his fucking head blown off by the sniper rifle? Ooh,
You have
no?
mentioned, I don't know if you've
I
realized,
know.
but you've
I
mentioned
just
the elite getting its head blown off at least 3 times.
I
I'm gonna have
did
a
that
counter, and
not
it's gonna go
did
ding.
that did I mean I am the Master Chief, so I might feel a certain way back. But man, I don't know. Shut up. Prophet Kiss. I mean, it was so good.
It was really
It was
good.
so
It
good.
was really,
They
really
just
good. Like I'm
they
telling
were
you, the
really,
whole
you know
first
what?
scene.
You know what? Listen, I see why that's a little awkward. Yes, they were a little brutal with these killing scenes. But man, Halo chat, they were so good.
So good. Meow. As you can tell, we're fans of the series. Overall,
Yeah.
well, no, let's talk before we talk about the overall what we think. Just
Right,
rating
right.
on what we think. The
Yeah.
other thing I wanted to talk about was at the end when he was having like another flashback after he touched the relic.
Yeah.
He saw himself as a child drawing the relic.
Yeah. Okay. So
Did you notice that?
that was that was a little spooky for me, but I mean, does that mean that there's always been that plan for Chief from like the Covenant, or is it some sort of like
Well,
something that?
there was a scene, remember, when he was like looking at it with the other Spartans.
Wait, are they the
and the
Covenant
elite
right
was
now?
gonna
They're not the.
they're the they're the Covenant because it's elites.
Okay.
And it's at least elites and whatever the prophets
And
call, I don't
prophets,
know what they're
right?
called.
Right.
But there was a scene where they were in the cave and he was about to touch the relic, or he was looking at the relic, and the
Yeah.
elite was going to kill
Yeah.
him. But the second that John touched it and it reacted, the elite was
Yeah.
like,
He
what's
turned
going
it,
on here?
yeah.
And he left. He left the thing that was like obviously super important to them to go tell them
Right.
what happened, because they
Yeah.
think that he's a demon. They think that he's a heretic, and obviously
Yeah.
that this relic has some sort of importance to them.
Yeah.
And he touched it and it worked, which
And it-
I'm assuming
and it worked, yeah.
didn't happen before.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
he like Chief is special, and I don't know if humans
Chief-
are special specifically, or if it's
No.
Chief. But the drawing of
Yeah.
the artifact from when he was a kid implies that he's special. So I'm thinking
Yeah.
like they're really going to. Do you remember in Halo, like I think it was Halo 4, it might have been Halo 5, when the librarian was going to like, there was a scene where she's like, I'm going to give you this special power or something, and you kind of like
Yeah.
thought, oh my god, Chief is going to come out
Like
looking
Chief
like
is
Doom
gonna get a
guy,
power.
you know, like a power or something.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he just, I mean,
Yeah,
he
yeah, I
still has
remember.
the power, but it's just like the
Yeah.
reclaimer power or whatever.
Right.
That's what I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see like there's something very special about Master Chief
Yeah.
specifically, and that's why
Right.
he's not only like a very important Spartan, but he's also going to be like
Yeah.
just important
And
overall.
yeah, and but that also like kind of makes sense because of the way they're telling his character as this like he is a soldier and he has been doing it for a long time, but there's something about him that he just can't blindly follow, you know, and like
Yeah.
to prove to the girl that he was still human, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, what did he say? Like, if you're gonna kill me, you're gonna have to aim above the shoulders or whatever. You're gonna have
That
to aim
was
here.
huge. That was huge
was-
in like
that was-
setting up his
yeah.
humanity again, because he
Yeah.
had to remove the helmet because like he has to
Yeah.
prove to this
Yeah.
girl
Yeah.
that
And you know what?
he's like, I'm trusting you. Like, I'm trying to help
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Here's the proof, because you don't have a chance.
Right.
You don't have a chance,
Right.
but here
And-
it is. If you really want to
and
kill me,
these
this is how you do it.
Right. And these people have like they're terrified of Spartans. So to like in order to establish that they are even under that 7 foot tall, you know, body and armor and muscle and strength and speed and everything, they're still like
rippling pectorals.
it's still a human.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Halo chat.
And hey, oh, we do an Elden Ring reference.
Nice.
But yeah, overall rating.
yeah.
What did you give it?
Well, let's touch on one more thing. Let's touch on one
Okay.
more thing.
One more thing. One more
Cortana.
thing. What about her?
One, we see Cortana is like, she is not supposed to be doing whatever she's doing with Cortana. She's not supposed to be working on Cortana.
Right.
She's not even supposed to be making Cortana.
Right.
I don't even.
Right.
We know that
Didn't
AI
they even
exists,
say that it was
but
supposed
we
to be
haven't seen.
destroyed?
Yeah, like it wasn't even like she wasn't even
Yeah.
supposed to do it, and then she was told to destroy what appears to be a clone of her, like a physical
Yeah.
human clone.
Yeah.
So is it possible that Cortana is not going to be an AI? Or is it possible that Halsey was cloning herself to create Cortana as a human and then does kill the clone but scans her mind, and then that becomes Cortana?
Whoa. That is real. I mean, I didn't think of any of that. That's so.
I didn't think about that until
like-
right that last point. I did not think about it until right now, but I think that's probably where.
Yeah. So I only think that we're getting Cortana as the Cortana we know, like an AI, because of the trailers, but that's not to say that they don't do like you said and somehow give her a human form. That would be fucking crazy, dude. That would be so like Paramount, you
Like,
guys
I
are
honestly, like,
killing
right
me,
now-
guys,
You're killing me, man.
you're
But
killing
right
me.
now, I totally like that's my new prevailing theory right now, that she was told to kill the clone, Halsey.
Yeah.
But that all depends on Halsey like following orders, which obviously she's
Yeah.
not.
No, she's not.
But that's my crazy theory right now, is that she does kill
Yeah.
the clone, but she
I love
scans its
that.
mind, and then that becomes Cortana. Because
Dude, I
obviously
love
because you're right, we've seen Cortana.
Yeah, we've seen Cortana, like
Unless-
they showed, and people.
What in the trailer? Sorry,
Yeah.
I
you're good.
just like I'm
No, you're
following a
good.
train of thought. But in the trailer,
No, keep it
when
down,
we
he's good.
see Cortana, she looks like a person, and then
Yeah,
that was
she did.
weird, right?
I know
She doesn't look like a computer.
I know it, but it's kind of like it feels like a smoke and mirrors, right? It feels like they wanted to show us what an AI, but you're right. It looked a little too human.
Could you imagine if they made no,
Dude, if they made that would be, and you heard it here first on Halo Chat, like, and you heard it here first. That would be wild, bro. That would be so wild if they. I mean, I would just. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad if they just changed how they talk about or tell this Cortana story. I would just be, man. That's what I want. That's what's exciting me about this show, is like how much I'm not expecting.
yeah, it's completely different, and I wouldn't be mad. They could
No.
literally make Cortana a human person.
No. Do you know?
And
Do you know how long
because
you
that's
and I
just
have
the way I
waited
am.
for a Halo show?
Forever.
I'm not going to be
Forever.
mad at all. Forever.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be mad. Like
Yeah.
Master Chief. Well, I mean, they have the points that I want. The Covenant
Yeah.
look awesome. The Master
Yeah.
Chief looks awesome. It's in the future.
Looks awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Like that's all I need.
Mhm.
That's all I need. That's all.
That's all we need.
It's like, yeah. If you were a person, and they're gonna be. Oh my God, there's gonna be so many of them. But if you're a
You're
person
going to get
that watched Halo
comments.
and you didn't like it, just please do us all a favor and just stop watching it. Just stop watching it, because either one, you're full of it, and you hate it, and you're just going to watch every single episode even though you hate it, but you're going to complain to everybody along the way. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Nobody
no,
cares, Chad. Okay?
Yeah.
Nobody
Listen,
cares,
if you
Eugene,
can't-
whatever
if
your
you-
name is.
Yeah. If you can't disconnect that this is not going to be like the game you know and love, but it's still Halo. It's still everything you love about Halo. It's just going to be told to you in a different way, and that's okay. That's fine. As long as they don't screw up how they tell it and it looks fucking awesome, dude, I am okay with finding out a slightly you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it feels like Dragon Ball Z and then Dragon Ball GT, I think it is, where it's like one's canon and one is sort of the same storytelling but with a little bit of, little flair here, a little spice there, but they don't keep it, in the canon storytelling. It kind of feels like what's happening here, and I'm okay with it.
Yep.
That, it's like you said, it's like, feels like fan fiction, and as long as they do it right, as long as they do it right, Oh man, that would be so, I feel like that would help a lot of people, right? If you envisioned it as such that it's not like the story, it's not gonna relate to the game. How about that? It's probably not going to relate to any game.
Don't assume that it's going to have anything to do with the game, and you should be able to come out happy. Like you should be able to come out happy.
I think if you can disconnect the two, you will enjoy it. Yeah, I think if you can disconnect that, it's most likely not going to have anything to do with the game, anything, that you're going to enjoy it for what it is, and it is a Halo TV show, and you get a cool looking Master Chief, and based on what Paramount did with their aliens, you're gonna get some sick ass looking aliens. Paramount, I don't know, it's not a diss, but I didn't expect it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no. I fully expected absolute trash from you, Paramount. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Nobody even knows what you are.
Yeah.
Like, you know who the only person that knows what you are? People who like Star Trek.
Who's that? Right. That's
people who like Star Trek.
And you know
like
what?
That,
hey, and there's
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with Picard is also very good. But I'm just saying, nobody expected a lot from you.
We were not expecting
I think
for
it was
the
very
elite's
good.
head to get blown sky high in that show in the first couple minutes. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, but overall, what did you think? If you had to give it a out of
what, 10?
If it one out of let's say 10, how many would you give it?
Wait, what? Did you gargle? I would give it
That's very insulting. We'll talk about it later, but go ahead.
Are we doing it out of 10?
Yeah, we're doing it out of 10.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
What is your problem? Do you not understand what it is?
You have a different accent than I'm used to. I'm sorry. Okay, so out of 10, honestly,
I'm writing a letter to HR.
Yeah, it's going to be high. My rating, my honest rating, I'm giving it like a 7.5 out of 10 because I would give it an 8. I would give it an 8. We're not there yet. I don't know where it's going. Like, because the visuals hit so hard and so good for me. It's a 7.5 out of 10. It's really high. Yeah. 7.5 out of 10.
On Halo
what about you?
Chat. No, I think I would do about the same. Because, you know what? No, I'll say an 8. I'll say an 8 because I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I can't imagine giving a 10.
Dude, we screamed a lot.
Like I really liked it. Like I really, really liked it. And I thought
in the air. We literally did this.
Anything that makes me involuntarily fist pump. Yeah,
right.
When I'm not around anybody, I'm just involuntarily just pumping my fist, over and over and over again because I'm so excited.
Yeah. And you did that, Paramount.
You did that, Paramount. Like if you're watching Paramount Plus,
and if you're watching Paramount, let us know if you're watching.
I mean, it's what I want. It's not perfect, but it's
right. Yeah, it's not perfect. But
you heard it first.
You know what?
Well, you probably didn't hear it here first. Let's be honest. We're a little bit behind but Paramount, if you want to reach out, and have us early review your episodes,
I will. If you have an avatar for me to wear, I'll wear it. I wear it. Maybe a chief avatar with a Paramount apron. I will wear it. It's true.
Oh my god, that would be really hilarious.
But 7.5, 8 out of 10 I think is a fair score for two people who really love Halo. I mean, again, it knocked it out of the park visually for me. There's one tiny little gripe, one tiny little thing, and it was the assault rifle when he saw the machine gun. When Chief analyzed the machine gun, I don't know why they did it.
Okay.
He threw the assault rifle, and they did a quick close-up shot of the gun sliding across the dirt, but it was CG. Like the gun was CG.
Oh.
And I was like, well, why'd you do that? I was like, well, why'd you do that? Because then he went and held a real gun, and was like mowing down these elites. I mean, literally just like mowing them down over and over again. You're probably right. Ding. But yeah, no, that was like the one little tiny gripe. It was that they used the CGI gun for that random shot of it sliding on the dirt. And then when he slid when he slid the battle rifle back at the girl, that was real.
Mm-hmm.
And that was was fucking cool. I don't know why that was so cool, but that was like some real Chief shit for me.
Oh, that's speaking of real Chief stuff. Again, just to touch on something like minor, but like when we're talking about the difference between when Chief, like the way Chief is supposed to act versus the way Chief is acting after he touches the artifact, after they killed all the Covenant, complete disregard. Everybody's dead to him at first, and then he notices the girl's alive, and he just keeps walking.
Yeah, and
he just keeps walking.
Yeah,
because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He did his job, and he's going to go do the next thing.
He literally got like the humanity shocked back into him. It's what it feels like, and I'm excited for it. I'm really excited to have like a loose Spartan that's got emotion, you know, because you can see the contrast between the ones that haven't touched a relic. They're just like, we'll mow down every UNSC soldier if they try to hurt Chief. And
you heard it here first. Go out and touch relic.
Go out and touch relic, and you might feel humanity touch you back. And then just one more thing that I want to chat. And then I just want just one more thing that I know we just brushed over it so fast, and I just want to really pay respect to it. Spartans coming out of the sky. Spartans coming out of the sky.
Yeah.
Spartans coming out of the sky. I mean, the thunder of that mass just breaking the earth. Oh my God. Spartans coming out of Spartans coming out of the sky. With the superhero landing. And it's not even corny. I don't know, because sometimes when heroes do it, it's corny, but like Chief coming down and slamming the earth. It's so fucking cool, man. Damn, it's so
awesome,
cool.
Man.
It doesn't matter really if it doesn't matter if it's at a game and a cartoon and a TV series. If you can get that right, you're gonna be okay.
Again, great job. Nobody knew.
Attention to detail. I might add that is key to the landing. They stuck the landing.
You really stuck, just like Chief did. Nice. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I think. Do you have anything else that you'd like to cover?
I think that was episode 1. Wow.
That's episode 1 of what did we call this? Halo Chat with 15 Icon Reviews and Jonnymoon. But remember,
we might come up with a better name, but I don't know.
We might come up with a better name. It's all loose. It's fast and loose, baby. We don't know what we're doing, but I can promise you one thing. It's going to be better the next time you come by. The one thing is that it's going to be better the next time you come by. It's going to continue to be refined, continue to be
refined. And the next time you're going to be surprised, like I was with Paramount Plus, surprising.
Yeah, nobody expected these guys to come, and then we're going to come back with like full CGI. But you know how you can make absolutely sure. You know how you can make absolutely sure that you will be here for all of the incredible improvements that we're going to make over the course of Halo the series. You can smash that like button. You can smash that like button. You can hit that bell to be notified for when new videos come out. And that's going to be it for Halo Chat. And from all my Sanghalian brothers and sisters, I would like to say to you,
dude, don't. What? That's mean.